everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today's video is a simple strategy that can help you improve your ability to draw people, whether you're drawing faces or figures. So grab whatever art supplies you have, and I'm going to walk you through a few ways to improve your ability to draw people, and I hope you join me. The first activity I have for improving your ability to draw people is getting a magazine page. So you can get an old magazine, you can find them at thrift stores, or you might have them lying around, and get out a page that you like or you think is interesting. And you can just practice tracing it. I wish I had more magazine pages to practice on, but unfortunately I just found this in my closet and I thought, ooh, this would be a good activity. But all you want to do if you're trying to improve is sort of map out the whole drawing using a pen. You don't have to use a pen. I want to use acrylic markers myself, but it's a great way to sort of figure out sizes and proportions and just really look at faces and figures in a different way. Instead of drawing it from memory or using a reference photo to try to draw, you can simply trace and color it and then maybe try to draw it yourself. But this is just a great way to practice proportions, faces, how to draw, different features, and make a drawing your own without having to draw it. The other thing I'm going to do right now is get out my acrylic markers, and you can use acrylic paint as well, and just paint. You can spend the whole time just painting this in and creating art that's your own, but instead of drawing it, you're just painting it, and it's a great way to practice. You can see where all the lights are and where all the darks are, the shadows on the face and that kind of thing. And also you're just creating something that's your own, and it's really fun to do. You can just use this with markers, colored pencils, whatever you want. I'm just using acrylic markers. And obviously this is going to take a few layers before it turns out, but literally so much fun to practice doing this. You can even do the background however you want. I might just remove the chair she's sitting on, and maybe she'll be sitting in the grass. So I'm just kind of coloring right over the magazine page. Now you can use gesso or whatever you want to cover this, but I just, for the sake of this practice session, I'm just using acrylic markers. But like I said, you can really draw over it with anything. A little gesso will help cover the magazine page and also just allow you to put other art materials on top of it. I'm using Artex acrylic markers. They seem to be working quite well on this paper. This is a thicker magazine too. It's not really a thin page, but I did get it at a thrift store. I'm not one to buy new magazines. I wish I had kept it though. I think I used some pages on it and I didn't save it. I think I threw it out or recycled it. But this is kind of fun. You can let some of the stuff peek through at the end, but I kind of just want, I'm probably going to add some flowers on this as well. I'm really liking the way this is looking. Once you feel like you've got it where you want it, you can do anything you want. So now I'm just drawing some flowers, some abstract kind of flowers, but instead of her sitting on a deck, she's just sitting in a field of flowers. And for the sake of time, I'm just doing this really quickly. Kind of like the way that looks. And I can go over it with pen again because I missed a spot there. And I could really make her eyelashes pop. And I could bring back her eyebrows if I want. this could be just a full day activity for you. Super fun, super easy to do. I don't think I want to add too many more details, but this is the activity. Just grab yourself some magazine pages and you can draw on them with acrylic markers. You can use any kind of marker that you want, really. Colored pencils, oil pastels, anything will work. Just give it a try. It's super fun to do, super easy, and it really does help you figure out proportions when it comes to drawing people. The next activity I have is just loose drawing and trying to draw the shapes that you see of the figure and the face. And it's not about being neat, because you can see I'm not being neat, but can we redraw the same figure, but in our own way after practicing? And it's kind of like just trying to get the shapes in there. Where does the knee fall? Where's the shoulder? And trying to really, really look at the shapes, which is not always easy to do. I know that I've got her sort of in an awkward, it may not look exactly like it, but this is the point, is to just practice. So I'm trying to get her other leg in there, and we've got her arm and her neck. Her knee actually comes up closer to the neck, so I'm making adjustments. And it's really an awkward pose with her because of the way her arms are, but I'm going to put that up there. Be as messy as you want. This is not about perfection. This is just about trying to figure out proportions. Now I know, I think I've drawn her too big here, but that's okay. Like I said, it's not about perfection. It's just about seeing what you can do when it comes to drawing people. And obviously, if you're doing it very fast, it's going to be a little more challenging than if you are taking your time with it. But I'm trying not to have overly long videos. It's funny, I really like this Sharpie gel pen, but it really smears quite a bit. Sometimes trying an activity like this can really help you discover your own art style. Like, I'm gonna put another earring there. I do like this sort of top she has on. Now, if I were to get my paint out, maybe I'll get my oil pastels out, but I could really kind of make that work using the art supplies that I like. Okay. I think I'll stick to the art supplies that I'm using. Now, once I've drawn this out, I can just use the same art supplies that I had the first time and see if I can recreate this image. Now, even though I use that gel pen and it smears, we'll see if it dries enough that I can color over it. And it doesn't hurt to do things fast, but sometimes it does affect your ability to, you know, if you're trying to draw what you see, it's more of a challenge when you're going really fast, which is what I'm doing. But that's the fun of these activities. Just using the art supplies you have to see what you can do when it comes to practicing faces and figures. I think I might want the eyes to be a bit of a darker blue. And I'm just really just putting like marker just around the eye that I drew. And I'm gonna go back in and fix that up. Now she had blue eye, like eyeshadow here, but I think I might do like a light purple. Really get to figure out what you like and what you don't like. I like the pants in the pink color, so I'm going to keep that. Now, if you're interested, I do have an ebook on how to draw faces, and it's a nice practice session for anyone who's looking, oh, that marker doesn't work, to practice their face drawing ability. This might be a little too red, but I did do the dark pink on her cheek there, and she had like these pinkish reddish earrings on there. So I'm just going to kind of keep that. This paper's not holding up as well as the magazine paper, of course. Let's see. I really want to keep this a nice light pink. I kind of like that, but maybe play with her face a little bit. And once you've kind of played with it a bit, I definitely used the wrong paper. I used a sketchbook paper. I thought I was using my mixed media paper. But then you can continue on and keep going and see if you can recreate what you just did after practicing, almost tracing it, but you were sort of coloring over it. Almost tracing it, but as you continue on, you're just basically trying to recreate what you did here because you practiced by tracing over it and then drawing it yourself. It's a super fun activity to do. And just drawing over this is activity enough. Like, that was really fun. Just make sure you get the right paper, because I definitely got the wrong paper for this one. So this is the final drawing when I tried to recreate it. I think I forgot to put the red flowers there, but I got my oil pastels out just because I had the wrong kind of paper, and I really feel like paper matters, and I was in a rush and I didn't choose the right paper. But overall, I'm happy with how it turned out, especially if you're just practicing. And it is a reminder to make sure you use the right paper when you're doing your artwork, and what supplies you're using. So I'm trying to fix her lips. But I do like the way she turned out, and I'm not sure I would have been able to. I do like the way she turned out, and this was a super fun practice session to get to this. So it's just muscle memory. Practicing drawing here by tracing, and then practicing drawing it yourself by looking at what you just traced. These are two excellent activities when it comes to practicing drawing faces and figures. And don't be afraid to use different art materials and art supplies, and grab yourself an old magazine and see if you can trace it, color it, whatever it is you want to do with it, and then see if you can draw it in your own style. Loosely, I mean, I didn't get her feet in, but I didn't have enough paper. That was super fun. I'd love to hear from you how it went for you. Leave me a comment and let me know if you're going to give this a try. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and happy sketching.